compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now. Clock. Ready?
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami.
Ready.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Ready.
Another tote for ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. You look at this Buffalo defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play fake. Here's Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
2nd and 5.
Ready?
Etienne once more. Down the right sideline. How about this? Travis Etienne. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Prescott now. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Chase Young just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And that one too wide and incomplete. We look at this Buffalo defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Play fake. Here's Love. And complete to Zach Ertz. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Up the middle, here's Pirine.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Chase Young. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
17.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And just shedding him off there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready up.
Throwing. Love. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 more there and another 1st down. The Dolphins had 10 and 6 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award. Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Travis Etienne on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
146 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Striker, 3-3. Field, black. Ready.
Now Love.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Caught on the right side by Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 52. 26.
First down, Prescott. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age. Right?
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Here we go, set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Fletcher Cox, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Kill.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
Taking on the midfield logo. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready. Yellow, line. Hut.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
155 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
97.
Love now to pass on 1st down. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half.
Zerline now for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Tyreek Stevenson in on the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Brings their line set to kick off.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go, 40 seconds. 26.
Play action now. Prescott. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing, Prescott. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On first down, right back to ETN. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 198 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. ETN up the middle. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Good position to be in here, second and inches. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Andy Janovich. Incomplete. It's now third down and less than a yard.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
They'll run with ETN.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their second half blowout material.
Here's Love. Ertz has it left side. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And they'll run it here. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Prescott off play action. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Prescott on first down. This complete to Lockett. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
On the give, here's Charbonnet.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Bills.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. On play action, Prescott. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Second down, here's Charbonnet.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Charbonnet.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Second down, Prescott.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Again, it's Charbonnet.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Prescott on 3rd and 2.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
On the ready.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A give, running right, Etienne.
Dancing away at the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Etienne.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Brings their line set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they take a knee. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And they'll indeed take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Dolphins, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Buffalo,
this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-13 campaign.
And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.